Welcome to another podcast of Master Investor. Glad to be here again on another talk of money, business, and investing. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company and brand here. Make sure to follow us if you're a new partner, and check out the link in the description of this audio so that you can have access to our digital courses and ebooks that we have available on our website. You can also find our ebooks on Amazon. We have 3: the 10 New Rules of Money, how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on, and how to invest in crypto to build wealth. Yesterday we talked about living above our means to build wealth, and what we learned is that financial education is a foundation of being able to live above our means as we build our wealth, right? Because the more we know about business, the more power we have, and that's where the true power lays, is in the financial education that we have. That's what we talked about. Regardless of our expenses and our liabilities, we need to focus on our asset column, and instead of cutting expenses, we need to just focus on increasing our assets on our asset column, meaning that we are controlling assets, because if it's not putting money in our pocket, then it's not an asset. We cannot label something an asset that is not an asset. That's the biggest mistake people make when they are attempting to build wealth and they have lack of financial education. They end up giving their money away because they think that they're investing in assets, when in reality all it's doing is taking money away from them, therefore their liabilities. So we need to focus on learning how to build businesses, whether it's our own digital courses, ebooks. If you have a talent or you're expert in a certain field, you can package a product that we can deliver to the masses. It could be something that you pay somebody else to do it for you, and you oversee the product at the end. It could be a software, it could be an ebook. You could give 10 tips about something, if you accomplish something in your life. Figure out if there is a niche, how big is the market. You can do this research yourself online. We show you how to do that inside of our digital course. So make sure you click the link in the description and get it on our website, because unless you want the paperback or you want to just have the ebook, but if you want to have access to additional assets, go to our website. Each book has turned into a digital course, and it's going to be a vivid course that gets improved as we move forward, because we are adding more assets as everything improves, right? Technology, AI, new systems, to emphasize more on the topic of that and help us build the asset column. Ultimately, we're going to have interviews with wealthy entrepreneurs, wealthy celebrities, and other entrepreneurs that will share their success and their failures as well, so that we can learn from them and they can emphasize more on the topic of each digital course. And for any of the asset that we add after you get in, you will always be grandfathered in for anything that we add in there for free, and no additional cost on your part, regardless of how much we will be charging future partners on that specific course. So it comes with a lot of benefits and bonuses. Take advantage right now, because we have that going on, and as soon as we add another asset, it goes up on value, therefore the prices changes, and it will be more to get in. So take action, because everything that we have made here, you can close your eyes and you can pick any product. It will help you build your bottom line, meaning that you will have more positive cash flow and total freedom. Now, the results depends on each member, how we go about the information that we're receiving and learning from our community. Everybody's responsible for everybody's own results. So we don't guarantee results at all. We cannot do that, because we don't know what are you going to do with the information. And remember, if we receive information, we have to do something with it in order for it to be knowledge. We have to apply it in our lives, and we need to experience the power of that information in our lives. That's how we actually get the wisdom from that information, and it turns into knowledge. Okay, so we need to learn and apply. We need to be heavy action takers. When we have an idea, we need to put it to action. If you're not doing that, then it's going to stay just an idea, and you probably will never figure out how to make money while you're sleeping, and you will probably work for the rest of your life for money. We don't want that. We want our community, whoever is listening to us, to become ultra wealthy in their own way, meaning they have total freedom. If you like to have $20,000 income coming in from your assets, and that will pay for all your living expenses and make you feel like you're living your dream life, then that is what we want, right? And in order to make $1 million a year on positive cash flow, all we need to have is $2,750 plus per day on positive cash flow, meaning after all expenses are paid from our businesses and investments, or maybe it's one business that we're starting out, is maybe one affiliate product that we're doing, and that is bringing us $2,700 plus a day, because we have sales funnels and we have marketing going on that product, and each sale brings us $500 a piece. So, and it's a subscription, so after that we get $100 every single month as long as the client stays in that subscription, you see. So we're now building $2,700 plus on sales every single day, meaning that we have reached $1 million, because that's our profit after all expenses are paid. Let's say we come clean with $2,700 plus per day, that's $1 million per year on positive cash flow. And we're not counting the other cash flow that is bringing in every single month, because those clients are subscription products, meaning we have residual income or positive cash flow. That's what we're working to build here at Master Investor. Rule number one in our community is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard through sound investing. And why is that rule number one? Because that's what the ultra wealthy do every single day. And as I said earlier, everything that we do here represents what the ultra wealthy do, regardless of how anybody feels. We're being authentic, okay? And so we need to mimic exactly what they do. There are patterns that they have, and that's why they have the wealth that they create. And we have to understand how to put ourselves in position that reflects who they are. So let's be the person that we want to become. Let's act like the person we want to become. And it's not fake it till we make it at all, because we are doing it intentionally on purpose to make sure that the universe conspires to give us everything that we ever ask for. It matches with our ideal scene, because if we are becoming the person that we say we want to become and we are acting like it, then that means that we are aligned with our future ideal scene. And now we make the connection and we start receiving and attracting, because success is something that we attract, not something that we chase. Success comes to us because of who we are becoming as individuals. So what type of information we are consuming, what type of deeds and seeds are we planting on a daily basis. Are we good people? Are we checking ourselves every day? Do we have clean hands? Do we have ethics? Do we speak on the truth all the time? Do we protect our integrity? What kind of values do we have? All of these things we need to make sure that we know about ourselves. And if it's something that we need to upgrade and something that we need to replace because it's the old stuff that doesn't work anymore, we have the new economy today. Things have changed. So even if you have 50 and above, right, years of age, you still need to get with the new rules of money. You still need to understand how to build your wealth. We have audiences from young age all the way to 65 and plus. I mean, we cover the entire spectrum. If you see our analytics, it really covers everything. And we're glad to do that, because that's our goal, is to cover the entire world and population, because money is something that affects everybody. In our lives, we need to understand how to master money. Otherwise, we'll be mastered by money. So we make money our slave here at Master Investor. We tell money what to do. We tell money, hey, you're going to go out there and work for us, and you're going to create more passive income every day for us, and we're going to work less and less while you work harder and harder through sound investing. It's really that simple. And our job as inside investors is that we have to focus on making money work hard, meaning that we have to spot opportunities where others do not. And how do we do that? We need to have financial education so that our financial intelligence improves and we can solve financial problems, starting with our own financial problem. Majority of people spend their entire life, funny enough, working for somebody else's financial problem. They work at somebody else's company, fixing their financial problem, their problems at their company. Every company has problems on a day-to-day, and we need to work on improving them and putting systems in place to improve those weaknesses in a company. But the point is that people spend their entire life working on somebody else's dreams and they neglect their own dreams. Now, if you love your job and you're enthusiastic about it and that's your dream job, we need employees like that. Wealthy entrepreneurs, we need people that love what they do in their career and their path, and that's their passion. And we're not saying that having a job is bad. We're just saying if you want to learn how to invest, to acquire freedom, to make more by doing less, then you need to understand financial education. You need to acquire the new rules of money. You need to understand how to move your money correctly instead of giving it to somebody else. So here, we're never going to ask you or sell you any investments. That's not what we do. We provide financial education, okay? And we bring awareness in the subject of money, business, and investing. And then it's up to each partner to grab that information and build whatever each person wants to build. But we're going to make sure that we're giving you the ultra wealthy mindset as it is, without making it, sugaring it, or anything, making it as simple as possible, because capitalism boils down to become as simple as possible. Its simplicity is based on that. And if you look at every capitalist, every person that is making a profit on a company, they're always looking to simplify. The iPhone, right? The Tesla, everything is all about simplifying. So the foundation of true wealth is in the ability of reading financial statements, and we're going to learn how to do that in our community, starting with our own financial statement. Inside of our ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On, we have a financial statement that you can download into Excel, and you can fill in the information necessary, and you'll be able to see what is required to fill it in, and you're going to learn a lot about your situation today financially. And surprisingly enough, majority of people have never done this exercise. After they do this exercise, they immediately become aware of what's possible for them in the financial future, how to take advantage of the opportunities, because the perspective of how money works changes once you see yourself on paper and how the financial situation looks like today and how we can improve it by simply focusing on the asset column. You see, investing shouldn't be complex. It is a complex subject, but it boils down to, does the numbers work or do the numbers do not work? And what's the profit? What's the bottom line? How much is it making after all expenses are paid every single day? How much is my bottom line without working? That's what counts. That's what we need to look into. And we also need to master using debt, because people have a bad connotation with debt because all they have experienced is bad debt. So they have interest rates that are eating their paycheck that they're working so hard for, and they're seeing their debts going up instead of down. So the way to come out of bad debt is by investing in your financial education, turning your safe income that you have left into passive income. But first, you need to invest it in your financial education. If you're going to start a business, then invest in a digital course to understand how to start a business online. If you want to start real estate, invest in a real estate course. Inside of our digital course, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, we teach you how to acquire even a real estate property. If you never acquired a real estate property, how to create passive income with stocks. A lot of people don't know how to do that, and all they do is trade. And they are traders, they're not investors. We explain the difference between an investor and a trader. If you're in front of your computer all day trying to trade, trying to get in and get out of the market, that means that you lack financial education, because unless that's what you love to do. And if you do that and you're making money at it and that's what you enjoy to do, then by all means, continue to do that. But we're talking about people that want total freedom here and wants excess of cash flow and want to learn how to use leverage systems to do less and less and make more and more, okay? And a lot of people have an issue with not working because they have been taught to work hard. And if they don't work hard, they feel bad. They feel that they're lazy. But I suggest that people should become more lazy so that they can learn how to use their mind more. And it's not about being lazy mentally. It's about actually putting your mind to work more than you put in your body physically every day to work for money. You put in your mind to work so that it can acquire more money even while we're sleeping. That way you forget about working hard for money and you work hard for your dreams. You work hard on your craft, on the things that matter to you, things that are important, and skills that you have that other people don't have. We all are skillful in some area that others are not. We have talents and we are special in some way or another. So we need to learn how to work on those crafts, monetize them. Do we have a solution that we can provide to the world regarding our passions? Can we literally monetize it, or is it just for us? If it's just for us, then it's a hobby. We shouldn't launch a business if it's something that we're doing just for us. But if it's something that will help other people and there's a big market for it and we can tap into new markets, then most definitely launch that business and start making cash flow. Control your cash flow. Stop giving your money away to other people. Today's topic is going to be strategies for handling financial crisis. I also want you to go to our YouTube channel, because we're live on YouTube right now as I'm recording this podcast. We're doing a live stream there every day, so you don't want to miss out the information that we're given on a day-to-day basis there on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. We're also in all social media platforms. Find us, follow us, and make sure that you interact so that we can grow our community here at Master Investor Remember that we all have an investor inside of us, and our goal is to educate that investor to be a master investor. And a master investor is an inside investor. And what is an inside investor? It's an active investor. And what is an active investor? Is someone that controls their money and invests actively. Instead of giving the money away to somebody else, we're building our businesses, we have companies, we incorporate our companies. Even if we're making money through an affiliate product, we're running that income through a company that we have, because we want to minimize taxes. If we run it through our personal name, then that means we have to pay taxes, and we don't want to do that. We are business owners and inside investors. We're close to the deal, meaning that we control the deal 100%. And sometimes we might have a partner or two, but we have control. We have a voice over the deal, over the asset. Instead of buying little companies as stocks, right? We're buying the entire company. We're launching the entire company, and we're building cash flow every single day through direct sales. Okay, we need to have sales funnels so that we have that cash flow coming in, and eventually our businesses will buy other assets. The distinctions of an employee's business owner and inside investor. Make sure you go to our live stream that we have so that you learn more about living above our means, because we really covered some great points yesterday that I want you to take a look and keep in under your memory, under your mind, under your belt, so that you have them available when you're building your business. Summary: financial education reduces money stress. Having excess of cash flow from our assets increases freedom. Actively invest and mentors. 3 causes of our excessive money stress. Depending on where we stand in the cash flow circle, there are differences in how we handle financial stress. Majority of people avoid talking about money due to their context, which they operate with that one found in the poor mindset. Those who operate on the left side of the cash flow circle are operating with the poor mindset. In actuality, people tended to steer clear of the subject. Obtaining a college degree and a well-paying profession at the time was considered essential to a stable financial future. The majority of those who depended on well-paying employment for their income never achieved true prosperity, thus that goal wasn't always realized. Regretfully, it is still thought as the only route to financial independence, which is a lie, because today we can build businesses and have passive income coming in on autopilot and make more than someone that has a master's degree and in any profession, really. So on the right side of the cash flow circle, we have no limit of how much money we can have in our lives. We have unlimited amounts of opportunities, and we can grow it as much as possible, because an inside investor is a master investor, and a master investor is an active investor, and an active investor is a capitalist. We are in the business to make profit. So we have to understand the business principles so that we build our businesses to produce passive income and sometimes capital gains income, of course. But those businesses will buy other businesses, like I mentioned earlier, and other assets in different asset classes. And that's how we tap into infinite return on investment. Remember that definition, or this word, infinite return on investment, which means that we have no money into the deal. We have recouped the money back that we invested initially, or we raise the entire capital to finance and acquire the deal. And we have no money of our own in the deal, yet we control the deal and we collect the positive cash flow that is producing every single day, every single week, or every single month or year. And we control that, and we have no money of ours in the deal. That is infinite return on investment. We're creating money for nothing. That's what we want to have on all of our assets. Eventually, all of our assets will return the initial capital invested back if we put any of our capital into the deal. But we also will find ourselves acquiring assets with 100% finance using OPM, other people's money. So for example, we're acquiring a real estate property and we need to put 20% down or 10% down. Usually that's the case. Let's say the bank is giving us 90% of the entire deal. We just need to come up with the 10%. Now we have a credit line or a credit card that has that 10% on it available. We're going to use the card because we understand that the revenue of that real estate property will pay for that credit card and the interest plus the mortgage of the 90% that we got from the bank. So the entire operation will pay for the interest, the debt service, all the expenses, and will also leave us positive cash flow. That means that's good debt, and we tap into infinite return on investment from the beginning because we have no money of our own invested into the deal. We're using other people's money, which is the bank's money, through credit. And the beautiful thing about that since we understand money is created with debt is tax-free, all types of debt. So we want to use as much debt as possible to build our wealth because we can minimize taxes all the way to zero. Majority of people avoid talking about money. And that's the issue. When you have a partner and you're building your household, you need to talk about money and the asset column and how, as a family, you're going to improve the asset column of the financial statement of the family so that you can create more memories with the people that you love and have more time for yourself and the family that you love. Otherwise, you'll be working at a job for 12 hours. The other person will be working 12 hours. Now you don't see each other. Kids are home at night and they're sleeping, getting ready to go in the morning. So it's not good. You want to capture the memories, and the only way to do that is to have control over your finances, control over your time. That's why we cannot sell our time. And we're not saying to quit your job if you have a job, but you need to get to work on your asset column and start utilizing the time that you have at the end of your job when you're off, and invest that time in building the asset column. Start your digital asset, your first one, right? Acquire an affiliate product. If you don't have ideas to create a product, start affiliate products. Use other people's products, affiliate marketing. All you have to do is bring in leads that are qualified to those sales pages. The products are created. The sales pages are created for us. All we have to do is an ad and send people over there, and we can do the ads very easily. We can pay other people to do the ads for us. We can give the link that we have for the product, and we can give it to somebody and say, okay, create this ad, send all the traffic to this link. And we can pay somebody overseas to do that. We show you how to do that inside of our ebook and digital course. So make sure that you get in, click the link in the description, that you have access to all the tools and resources so that you can start building passive income here with us at Master Investor. The majority of those who depended on well-paying employment for their income never achieved true prosperity, thus the goal wasn't always realized, right? And so, working for a job that requires you most of your time during the day, and it has 40 plus years of your life taken. I mean, what do you have after that? What do you get today if you don't put anything into the fake 401k, fake assets? Then the employer has no obligation to put anything in. Today, the pension plans have changed for those employees. If you don't put money into the 401k, the employer does not put anything. It's a matching game. So if you put 100, the employer puts 100 for your pension plan. And a lot of people do not put anything into a 401k, which is the best thing you can do because it's a fake asset. It's better that you use your money for whatever you else using it for right now, but you should be using that money to invest in your financial education and create your first digital asset, whether you're using other people's products and you're just sending leads there and you're getting sales per day. Remember, the goal is to create at least $2,800 per day. That's how we go above $1 million per year on positive cash flow. So now you think about that number, and even if you get 500 a day on autopilot, that is better probably than what you're doing at your job today. You're not working, the money's coming in every single day. All you're doing is overseeing the campaign and the operation. And we're going to show you how to build the email list, because that's where the money is. We have to build the email list every single day through our sales funnels. So you need to have a capture page that collects emails and names of potential leads so that we can nurture them through an email campaign doing copywriting. And you see, we can copy a code to our email campaign that populates the entire email campaign that has worked before. It's proven to have success to convert leads that are looking for that type of product that we're selling. So we don't even need to create the email campaign. We're going to copy the email campaign, which is legal. We have all the codes. We do this for our community. The first thing you need to do is to get yourself the digital course. Click the link in the description so that you understand what are the steps that we need to take to start building the asset column. However, individuals who choose this route discover that their financial stress levels have increased. People are anxious about money as a result of poor financial guidance. The belief held by so-called financial experts to this day is the safest place to be financially is in a high-paying job. There are plenty of lists available to assist people in identifying the highest-paying positions. Accompanying this is the conventional wisdom that says a college degree is a prerequisite for landing a decent job. A college degree is almost always required if a person wants a career path that is leading to high incomes and raises year after year, which psychologically really matters to people, says Tara Sinclair, chief economist at Indeed, in an interview with Market Watch. Furthermore, as Market Watch notes, a college degree is more expensive and more necessary than ever to earn a decent living, and we totally are opposing that belief system. That is the wrong context. That is the poor mindset context. If you want to have a decent job, even if you want to have a decent job, you don't need a college degree, you need experience. So if you want to work for a company today, companies will hire people that have no college degrees, but they have the real life experience on doing that specific job. And a lot of times it's better to grab somebody from the street that never had a college degree, and you can teach them that skill. So you don't need a college degree to land a decent job if you want a job. So don't believe that BS, right? And to build total freedom, definitely you don't need a college degree. You need to have systems in place working hard for you to do the selling and telling so that it creates passive income, and that passive income buys all the businesses and all the assets and different asset classes. All of this is a frame and the party line that says a person needs a college degree to get a high-paying job, and that position will secure the personal financial future. Nevertheless, it is interesting to know that according to PwC's 2016 Employee Financial Wellness Survey, which was published by U.S. News and World Report, in the United States, 52% of employees reported feeling stressed about their finances. Among them, 28% reported that financial stress had impacted their health. For what reason might this be the case? It is a result of poor financial advice that consumers have received. They have been informed by the so-called experts that obtaining a well-paying job, which frequently entails a college degree, is the most reliable route to financial success. However, as the record of 3.3 million jobless claims in 2020 demonstrated, working, whether for a good salary or not, is truly a risky occupation if we wish to accumulate true wealth. Ultimately, the people who stand to gain the most are business owners and inside investors, with employees and self-employed bearing the brunt of the consequences. If you feel a person feels powerless with money, which is why part of the stress exists, is that they lack control over their money. Employees are powerless, while investors and business owners are in complete control. Just as someone who was dismissed or laid off without warning about their sense of security following the event, there's frequently little an employee can do to change the company's poor judgments, even if they believe that is the case. They depend on the owners to ensure the success of their company. What happens if a person owns stock in our company or have stock options? This is a typical question that frequently demonstrates a lack of financial literacy. Realizing that there are various kinds of stock is crucial, because there are common stock. The stock of options held by the majority of employees may appear to be a kind of control. Nonetheless, the majority of businesses provide many stock classes. Consider the following Investopedia example. Let's say that XYZ Corp had two classes of common stock, Class A and Class B. Each class of shares is entitled to the same assets as the company. Put differently, out of a total of 100 common shares held by the company, 50 belong to Class A and the remaining 50 to Class B. Assume that a shareholder has 1 vote for each of their B shares and 10 votes for each of their A shares. One Class A share gave us 1% of the company's assets, and 10 voting rights at shareholder meetings. A Class B shareholder will be entitled to the same 1% of the company's assets, but would only be able to cast one vote at shareholder meetings. Furthermore, a corporation will ensure that its founders do not option out more than a controlling position to any person or group of employees, even in the absence of distinct classes of stock. They guarantee a controlling position in the business by doing this. Who do we suppose is in charge of establishing these stock classes and deciding what proportion of shares is distributed? The investors and proprietors of businesses. Their option plans are not Their option plans are not designed to accommodate a loss of company control. That will only be possible if a wealthy and successful investor managed to acquire a majority stake. No work will act in such manner. Ultimately, options serve as a coercive tool to give employees the impression that they are part of the company and have power over it, even when they do not. Every employee knows in their hearts that this is reinforced by their daily contacts at work. It produces a subdued feeling of unease. Employees pay the highest in taxes. Therefore, their financial worries are intensified. Of all income brackets, employees pay the highest amount in taxes. There is really nothing that employees may do to lower their tax liability. They have to pay when it is time in tax time. The capacity to expend several items in employee financial tools like depreciation, however, gives the business owner or investor the ability to produce phantom income that appears to be a loss and lessens tax liability, and it shows up somewhere else. The tax code allows a lot of investors and business owners to use things like phantom income to drastically cut or even completely eliminate our tax liability. So 3 types of income that exist: earned income, right? It comes from a job. People pay the highest in taxes on that type of income. The next type of income comes from investing as capital gains income. And the third type of income also comes from investing, which is passive income. And when we build passive income successfully in certain asset classes, then we have something that derives from passive income, which is another type of income, which is the income that I just mentioned as phantom income or phantom cash flow. And that's the type of income that comes through depreciation, etc., because we are utilizing the tax code to create more income through losses and other tax advantages that we can have as business owners and inside investors. To illustrate this, consider the cash flow circle. Cash flow circle diagram is on the screen right now. If you'd like to see it, we have a newsletter. So if you're listening to this podcast, make sure you click the link somewhere around our website to access our newsletter, and you can have the article be sent to your email. Okay, so I just want you to imagine a circle, divide that circle in the middle with 2 lines, one going vertical, one or horizontal. On the left top corner, we find the employee. On the bottom left corner, we have the self-employed. On the right top corner, we have the business owner. And on the right bottom corner, we have the inside investor. On the right side of the cash flow circle, that's where we focus on building wealth. It's the only place where we can actually create total freedom, because we don't have to be present to make money. Money is working hard for us, and we have systems. Business owner owns and controls systems. Inside investor, money works for us through sound investing. An employee have a job, and a self-employed, they own a job. Because of the nature of their income, those on the left side of the cash flow circle, employees, right, and self-employed people pay the highest in taxes. We refer to this income as earned income. It is a wage or an upfront payment made to the individual. In essence, it is acknowledged as revenue that is directly related to the labor they perform. It also has the highest tax rate of any type of income because their income is deemed passive of the business owner, right? Because our income is passive income, which comes from controlling a system, right? We have to have a business, we have to have an entity for that income to be passive income because we're not running it through our name. And inside investor, on the right side of the cash flow circle, we pay the lowest in taxes because passive income is taxed at the lowest bracket. And when we combine it, utilizing debt to create a passive income, debt is tax-free. And when we build passive income, we can minimize taxes all the way to zero legally when we apply the right tax strategy that's been approved by our CPA and our business attorney, which we are literally following the law and the tax code to minimize and take advantages of the tax advantages that exist for business owners and inside investors, which are found on the right side of the cash flow circle. And that's what we're doing here. If you found yourself on the left side of the cash flow circle and you want to transition, then we need to change the context first and then start filling it in with the content. That's why How to Build Cash Flow with Internet Passive Income is a great book if you haven't read it, because it's going to give you the history of money and teach you the new rules of money. We have an ebook on that, the 10 new rules of money, but we cover a lot of the history of money. And our ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, comes with 49 chapters, 580 pages long, with financial literacy to help you build the asset column. So take advantage, click the link in the description, get in right now, pause the audio, pause the video, and take advantage of the offer because it's going to change your life when you apply the information. So if you want to create total freedom, then take action. You need to figure out how to create more money doing less today, and how to multiply your money through sound investing, okay? And it requires financial education. We can get passive income without working directly. Instead, it is the outcome of owning assets with a strong cash flows that produce wealth independently of our own work. Consider every McDonald's hamburger as an asset that generates $1 for the franchise owner. As a basic example, after paying the employees earn money from the hamburgers, covering operating expenses, and keeping a portion of the proceeds for himself or herself as passive income, the owner receives a dividend from the company. This income has the lowest tax rate. This brings us back to the idea of control. Business owners and inside investors have all the control over how we can lower our tax burden. Employees and self-employed, they do not. This also produces a subliminal sense of unease. Majority of people lack a safety net, so their financial worries are stressing them out. Some people effectively sell their time as an employee. After giving that some serious thought, it will surely get a money stress melancholy. For example, an employee may not receive compensation if he or she are not employed or if he or she is unable to work. This creates a significant obstacle for employees who get sick or hurt. Typically, individuals lack a safety net to shield them in the event that they are unable to work. When someone asks himself how long could he or she survive if the salary was lost, he or she will come to realization. On the other hand, an inside investor and business owners make passive income from our investments or from the goods we sell on autopilot with systems and smart marketing. We are earning money even when we're not employed. That is what real financial security looks like, because it comes from the assets, right? The security comes from having assets that are solid, that are true brands, that are producing passive income due to the fact that it's solving a problem in the world. And it could be one single product that is creating $2,500 per day and is making us $1 million plus a year. So it doesn't have to be a lot of products. It doesn't have to be your own product. There shouldn't be any excuses why you shouldn't be making passive income today, at least starting with your first $25. There are low ticket items that you can sell, and there are high ticket items, okay? You can have from anything. You can sell items that are $15,000 a piece. You can sell items that are $30,000, and people pay that type of money. So it depends on what you want to sell. But just know that $2,800 per day will get us over $1 million per year. And it doesn't take a lot of money to create that. We need to understand how to bring in leads, unlimited leads, into our sales pages every single day. And we show you how to do that through organic and paid traffic. And we can utilize the platforms that allows us to pay at the end of the month, so we can create the money first and then pay that marketing expense with the client's revenue that is coming in from our sales. So at the end, we're not paying anything. We're positioning ourselves like the ultra wealthy to obtain everything for free legally and create a profit because we're solving a problem in the world. It is crucial to emphasize that this is not the same as savings, which decreases with each withdrawal. Wealthy investors and wealthy entrepreneurs build assets that bring in money even while we aren't working. In actuality, these assets frequently increases in value and also in bottom line, meaning that we are always doing a twist into the business to improve the bottom line. We added more systems, leverage, we're finding ways to use less resources, create more value, right? And therefore we have bigger margin of profit. What does all this mean then? In other words, our financial stress is a direct result of our position in the cash flow circle. Given that they should feel secure, it is understandable that employees experience such high levels of stress when it comes to money. On the other hand, because they don't know how to make money work hard for them, receive passive income that pays their bills without them having to work, and have a safety net to protect them in the event of a catastrophe, health catastrophe, many entrepreneurs and investors have low levels of stress related to money. When it comes to managing stress, they also think differently. But how can one change their perspective? It is all about how we deal with financial uncertainty. That's why we have to prepare for any type of economy. It's not about predicting the market. It's not about sitting there and say, oh, the market's going up in an hour, it's going to go down. No, we have to cash flow any type of economy. Even when the economy is crashing, we still make passive income. And that's what we show you inside of our digital course, how to build cash flow with the internet, even how to create cash flow with a stock, how to profit even when there's a loss. So go get the ebook right now and start figuring out which is going to be the first asset class that you're going to invest so you can make your first passive income, okay? Your first money that comes to your asset column. And that's going to be the best feeling ever. You will never forget that day, and you're going to thank me later, because if you haven't got started today, I want to encourage you and inspire you to get started here with us at Master Investor. Click the link now in the description so that you join our inner circle and start building total freedom in your life, okay? That's how you escape the rat race. If you don't like your job and you want to escape the job, you need to build assets that will supplement that income that you're making at your job. How do we handle adversity in our life? Turbulence or financial crisis is dealt with by pilots right away, given that the crew and passengers' safety is in jeopardy. They are at loss for options. They make swift, wise decisions by relying on their instincts, expertise, and training. The majority of prosperous investors, business owners, and entrepreneurs immediately handle turbulence and financial crisis. Even in difficult judgments, they evaluate the circumstances and apply our expertise, network of support, and financial education to make wise choices. Pushing our troubles aside and dealing with it later can be much easier if we are just starting out on our path to financial freedom. We are not alone if this sounds familiar to us. A cash flowing system in wealthy context. But I want to mention something else before I move to the next thing, is that let's confront our financial problems, because if you don't confront them, nobody else is going to confront them for you. And the longer you delay understanding where you are financially today and how to improve that, and how to come out of bad debt and get into good debt, because it's not about being debt free, it's about actually utilizing debt as much as possible and being in good debt to create passive income and capital gains income. So become an active investor. That's an inside investor. You need to take control of your finances, and it starts with investing in your financial education. No one can take that away from you. A cash flowing system in a wealthy context. What should be at the center of our support system is resilience, or the capacity to bounce back from setback. We design our own framework that enables us to overcome the obstacle and setbacks that we will inevitably encounter on the path. Say these two words to ourselves at every moment of financial crisis or any type of turbulence. This too will pass. This will lead to something extraordinary and positive. When we say those two phrases, we might not be grinding, but in time we will come to believe. In actuality, turbulence can be frightening, and the anxiety level may increase the longer we put off dealing with it. It is also something we have to handle alone. Although they can offer us support, we shouldn't depend on our loved ones to make decisions for us. Science Daily reports that experts refer to this as self-regulatory outsourcing. This is essentially what happens when we unintentionally depend on someone else to help us achieve our objectives, which makes us less likely to make decisions on our own. As a novice investor, we may feel unease about the numerous choices we have to make. How do we handle uncertainty in health, and pose these queries to ourselves? What took place? What kind of turbulence am I dealing with specifically, or what type of financial crisis am I facing? Now, what can I do? Who better than me to call with greater knowledge on this? What details are necessary, and where can I locate them right now? What am I going to do, given my options right now or as soon as I get the chance? How can I improve my financial education and do due diligence to find out more about the solution that is in the best interest for myself? Answering these questions and taking a quick action can help us gain control over the situation and prevent an issue, as well as needless worry from getting worse. Why financial crisis is valuable. An old English saying goes, a smooth sea never made a skilled mariner or a sailor. Sometimes it is only minor error, a letdown, an issue, or a failure. It all boils down to what happens when we don't know something. Extracting that something from the chaos is crucial. And never forget this: when a person do not invest in their financial education and steer their financial path, avoiding crisis in the economy, two things occur. Number one, the person do not learn. And number two, he or she makes zero cash flow. Therefore, equip ourselves with all the financial knowledge we will need to go with our mindset as a person successfully moves from the left side, where we find the E and the S, to the right side, where the B and I operates in the cash flow circle. It will be a rocky journey, but possible to overcome any obstacle along the way. So let's start building together the asset column. Every step of the journey will be worthwhile because it stores our total freedom. Let's start investing in financial education today with us here at Master Investor. Click the link in the description. Join our inner circle. We have different affiliate opportunities that you can have access. You can join them. They're free to join, and you can begin to create passive income through direct sales using sales funnels. And you have all the tools and resources on our website and also inside of our digital courses. If you learned something new on today's topic, make sure you drop a comment, a question. If you have one, we're going to come back and answer everybody's questions, and make sure that you take action in your financial goals. Okay, so now you have some strategies for handling financial crisis and why it's important to prepare for any type of economy, because we understand the economy goes up and down, and financial education is the foundation of financial intelligence, and we need that in order to create true wealth. And remember the distinctions of an employee, business owner, and inside investor. Bring you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Thank you for having me on another great talk here on our podcast. I'll talk to you on the next podcast. And if you'd like to join us on our live stream, feel free. We're live right now on YouTube. And follow us on all other social media platforms. Stay extraordinary and wealthy. Bye for now.